So when selling a property, it's really important to also find a solicitor that works well for you, just like you had to do for your purchase. Working with estate agents and solicitors that understand your needs is really imperative to make sure that you have a smooth transaction. You cannot be too organised when selling a property. Even if you haven't found a buyer, you can still enlist your solicitor and instruct us in preparation for when you do find a buyer for your property. When selling a property, there are lots of forms that you need to complete, and they're called protocol forms. So it doesn't matter, it's not just Marsons that produce these forms, it's the Law Society in general. So every law firm will offer these forms to you, and they're a requirement when you sell a property. They can be quite lengthy, so it's actually in your favour to be organised when selling a property so that you can complete all these forms in a timely manner without the pressures from the estate agent, because it can be quite stressful when you find a buyer at the first instance. Our job for Marsons is to make it as easy and as smooth sailing for you as it can possibly be when selling a property. One of the duties of a seller is to produce protocol forms, and this is regarding information regarding the property in itself, but also information regarding the fittings and contents that you intend to sell with the property. And if you're selling a leasehold property, you have to provide a leasehold information form. All of these forms form part of the contract pack, so the sooner you get these things organised, the less stress that you will have once you've started the road of the conveyancing when selling a property. Marsons are here to help you. These forms are, you're not required to know the answers to every question on these forms. Marsons are here to help you in assisting you completing those forms. When selling a property, the transaction starts by your appointed lawyers, hopefully Marsons, by issuing a contract pack. And that is what consists of your title deeds that we obtain from Land Registry, together with your protocol forms and any other documentation that you feel is necessary to enclose with your protocol forms. Things such as gas safety certificates, electricity forms, your planning and building regulations. All these things you should have at hand, and you should start to get organised whilst you are in the negotiation stages of finding a buyer. It helps later on in the transaction. Similar to your purchase transaction, your buyer solicitors will be raising legal inquiries about the title, and then our role is to respond to those inquiries. Sometimes we will ask you to assist us because we can't always give answers that are in relation to personal aspects of the property. So we can answer inquiries regarding the legal matters, but we will ask you to assist us for those matters that require personal knowledge of the property. Our job is to satisfy the buyer solicitor's inquiries, and we will work hard during the transaction to ensure that that is done in the quickest time frame as possible. Once we get an understanding that the buyer solicitors are happy and that our inquiries are satisfied, we will then provide you with your documents for signing, and we will get the file prepared for exchange. So our role is to obtain redemption statements and things like that that affect the property. And then once the buyer solicitors have confirmed that they're satisfied, we will then be able to move forward and exchange and then complete.